You know, hindsight's a beautiful thing, and I guess the strategy worked for us last night. Ashton Turner was able to bowl his 4 allotted overs as well, so that meant that we got 12 overs of spin. It's definitely something that I think's been considered, and given we had success with it last night, maybe something that we could have done earlier. But it also, different game scenarios can bring different results. So, like I said, hindsight's a beautiful thing. You never know what the results would have been in those games if we did play the extra overs of spin. So it just seemed to work for us last night, and potentially maybe something we'll do going forward. It's always tough. You always want to be playing, but in the same breath, it's great to be a part of this group, and great to be on this tour to begin with. But yeah, it's definitely tough, sitting on the sidelines and really wanting to get out there. And I was glad that I got an opportunity last night to get out there and play, and obviously played the one game in St Lucia as well. So I've had a couple of opportunities now, and it's definitely a lot funner than running drinks, that's for sure. So but yeah, I guess in the background, it's just about being ready and staying ready and training hard, working on the skills and trying to adapt to what the wickets are doing in the places that we go to. So I've been doing a lot of work on some spinning wickets in the nets here, and trying to work out how I would bowl if I got the opportunity. And luckily enough, that obviously that strategy that I came up with over the last sort of week being here and training in the nets has paid off, and I was able to execute when I went out there and executed those plans. I definitely think it's something that should be considered, especially somewhere like here in Bangladesh. We've seen the conditions. We've seen them play 3 spinners and bowl a lot of spin overs. So it's a tactic that's worked for them on this wicket and in these conditions. So certainly something that I might be a little bit biased here, but certainly something that I think could potentially work for us as well. So fingers crossed that might eventuate, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, well, look, I think leg spin has an impact on the T20 format against all teams. I think it's been proven that there's a lot of successful leg spinners going around the world at the moment, and especially in the shorter formats. So having the ability to spin the ball both ways is such a vital asset that you can have. And you even saw Ashton Agar last night bowled a few leg spinners out of the hand to get the ball to spin the other way. So that's something that, as a leg spinner, you've got the benefit of having that wrong and that can spin away. And obviously if they're not picking it too, it helps as well. So look, Zamps has done a incredible job in the first 3 games. He's bowled really well, and they've obviously struggled picking him at times. So watching that, I knew last night I wanted to use my wrong, and luckily enough I was able to land it a couple of times and get a couple of wickets from it. So it's just I guess leg spin's always going to be effective when you can spin the ball both ways, and it's hard to pick. It's pretty close. I definitely had a ball out there last night. It was it was turning a lot, which is something I'm not really used to. Back in Australia, you sort of have to use your pace changes a little bit more, and I guess try and deceive the batters with your wrong and stuff like that. So, but to have a big turning leg spinner out there to use was, I had a lot of fun with that, and using the wicket a lot more than what I do back home. So, it was definitely one of the most turning wickets that I've probably played a T20 on. So was good fun out there. Yep. Yeah, well, I think at this stage there's some scheduled one-day games to start the season. So fingers crossed everything works out back home with what's going on with COVID at the moment back home, and we can get those games up and running. Because obviously I would love to be a part of that. Always love playing for Queensland. It's great fun, and it'll be great to get some overs out in the middle like we just spoke about. So definitely keen to start and get a few games under my belt there. To lead into potentially getting picked in the World Cup. If not, I'm sure there's some Shield cricket as well to be played after that. So looking forward to that.